Moraga. The great Patty Mills will start at point guard. So we have a great matchup here. When you look at the matchups, Clay will not have to guard Tony Parker in this series, so these matchups are going to be true. I think Steph will be matching up with Patty Mills. And, of course, they've had some great NBA matchups, but I go back to 2009 over at McKean Pavilion in Moraga. Ooh. It was Patty Mills' final game for Randy Bennett and the Gale. Steph Curry came in, and that was a heck of a shootout that night.
Well, that's a couple of great young players in college that put on a show that night for the Bay Area. We know the Steph Curry story, and for all the fans in the Bay Area, Patty Mills, Kalena, I'm telling you, I am really impressed with. We knew he could shoot deep and make the three, but he's learned to really move without the basketball very well. And I love the way he drifts and spots up for his three. And he always gives you a tremendous effort. Now, I'm not going to tell you he's an above-average defender, but he'll work his heart out there. And that's going to be one solid matchup to watch.
And usually Clay has to pitch up with Tony Parker. I think it'll be kind of straight, Kalena. So at two-guard, you will get Danny Green a matchup with Klay Thompson. Clay has not shot the ball well in these playoffs, but Danny Green had 7 in the overtime in Game 5 on Tuesday. The premier matchup, though, is at small forward. Kawhi Leonard against Kevin Durant is going to be a monster matchup. And I think they're both going to guard each other to open the game. The coaches will spar a little bit early on, Kalena, and they will switch everything. But here's your matchup of the series.
Yeah, KD and Kawhi Leonard. You know KD is going to test out that ankle. He's going to be super aggressive and see if Kawhi Leonard could guard. Even if that ankle is 100%, KD is going to be extremely aggressive. He can shoot over the top. He can get pick and rolls. He can get to the basket. Kawhi Leonard, too. Not only is Kawhi Leonard a good pick and roll player, they've been running a lot of ISO with him. He's got a great ISO game, great face. Because sometimes he just does those slow drives where he just kind of stops and goes, change of pace, then explodes to the basket. He's a monster.
And the matchup at 4 is LaMarcus Aldridge against Draymond Green. I think the key here is Draymond cannot allow Aldridge to catch the ball deep. If he gets the ball in the restricted circle, he's difficult to stop. You got to push him out to the bottom of the circle at least.
Pop, we know Aldridge loves the left side of the floor. He's going to turn right shoulder for the jump shot. He wants to get middle for his running hook on that left box. Now, Draymond's got to take that away, and he's got to do his work early and body him off. The key for me is who is Aldridge going to guard? Because that is a
He's
challenge.
He's going to start on Draymond, and that's
Draymond.
why Pop may have to go small. They start 2 7-footers in Aldridge and Pau Gasol. Gasol, obviously a future Hall of Famer, very skilled. Zaza will start for the Warriors, but I think the first sub is going to be Jonathan Simmons coming in for Pau Gasol, and the Spurs will go small in this series, Kalena.
You just need Zaza to be solid. Defensively, be smart, move his feet, work on the defensive end, grab rebounds. And then Pau Gasol, he's a very skilled player. Oh. He's old, but he's still got a lot to offer. And he's been getting on the offensive boards as well, too. So you got to put a body on him as well as LaMarcus Aldridge.
Question is, will Zaza outscore Klay Thompson today? They've been having great fun with the fact that Zaza in one game did outscore Klay 7-6. Raymond Ritter, who was here with Jerry West, brought out a newspaper. They went fishing recently. Klay Thompson sending out some Instagrams and some pictures, some tweets as well. 2 fish. Pachulia stood next to him with 2 anchovies. My bass, he said. But it was Raymond Ritter made this faux San Francisco Chronicle sporting green saying, hell freezes over. Zaza has outscored Klay. That was in the Portland, the Utah series when he outscored him 7-6. Speaking of the great Raymond Ritter, Jerry West loves Raymond. They love each other back, and they're going to have a conversation with the great Jerry West, the logo, as Steph Curry goes up against Patty Mills and the San Antonio Spurs in the Western Conference Finals. Jerry West went to 9 NBA Finals as a player, so he has won this round more